What if I told you that there's a secret code to cracking even the toughest algebraic expressions, and it's been hiding in plain sight all along? You'd probably think I'm crazy, but bear with me, because today we're going to talk about one of the most powerful tools in the algebraic arsenal, factorization. My name is Name, and welcome to Channel Name, where we dive into the fascinating world of technology and explore the intricacies of math and science. In this video, we're going to cover the concept of factorization, its uses, and how it can help you solve equations, simplify expressions, and even understand quadratic equations like a pro. So, let's start with the basics. Factorization is the process of breaking down an algebraic expression into its constituent factors. It's like taking a complex machine and breaking it down into its individual components, so you can understand how it works and how to fix it if it breaks. For example, take the expression x squared plus 5x plus 6. At first glance, it looks like a jumbled mess of numbers and variables, but when you factorize it, you get x plus 2, x plus 3. Suddenly, the expression becomes much simpler, and you can see the underlying structure of the equation. This is the power of factorization. It helps you to simplify complex expressions, making them easier to work with and understand. Now, let's talk about one of the most important uses of factorization, solving equations. When you're faced with a complex equation, it can be daunting to try and solve it directly. But, if you can factorize the equation, you can break it down into smaller, more manageable pieces, making it much easier to find the solution. For instance, suppose you have the equation x squared plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. At first, it looks like a tough nut to crack, but when you factorize it, you get x plus 2, x plus 3, equals 0. Now, you can see that either x plus 2 equals 0 or x plus 3 equals 0, which gives you the solutions x equals minus 2 and x equals minus 3. This is just one example of how factorization can help you solve equations, and it's a technique that you'll use time and time again in your math and science journey. Another important use of factorization is in simplifying expressions. When you're working with complex expressions, it's often difficult to see the underlying structure of the equation, and it can be hard to simplify it without making mistakes. But, if you can factorize the expression, you can break it down into its constituent parts, making it much easier to simplify. For example, suppose you have the expression x squared plus 5x plus 6 / x plus 2. At first, it looks like a complex fraction, but when you factorize the numerator, you get x plus 2, x plus 3 / x plus 2. Now, you can see that the x plus 2 terms cancel out, leaving you with the simplified expression x plus 3. This is just one example of how factorization can help you simplify expressions, and it's a technique that you'll use again and again in your math and science work. Factorization is also essential for understanding quadratic expressions. Quadratic expressions are equations of the form x(2 plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c are constants. They're used to model a wide range of real-world phenomena, from the trajectory of a projectile to the growth of a population. But, quadratic expressions can be difficult to work with, especially when you're trying to find the roots of the equation. That's where factorization comes in. By factorizing the quadratic expression, you can break it down into its constituent factors, making it much easier to find the roots of the equation. For example, suppose you have the quadratic expression x squared plus 5x plus 6. When you factorize it, you get x plus 2, x plus 3, which gives you the roots x equals minus 2 and x equals minus 3. This is just one example of how factorization can help you understand quadratic expressions, and it's a technique that you'll use again and again in your math and science work. Finally, let's talk about how factorization can help you in your everyday life. You might be thinking, but I'm not a math whiz, I'll never use factorization in my life. However, the truth is that factorization is all around us, from the way we design electronic circuits to the way we model population growth. By understanding factorization, you can gain a deeper appreciation for the underlying structure of the world around you, and you can develop problem-solving skills that will serve you well in a wide range of fields. So, whether you're an engineer, a scientist, or just someone who loves math and science, factorization is an essential tool that you need to have in your toolkit. So, if you liked this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below with your favorite example of how factorization has helped you in your math and science journey. What's the most complex equation you've ever had to solve, and how did you use factorization to crack it? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.